everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina and welcome to Stampin' on Friday. Today I'm going to start off by doing a little Copic coloring. I am not the best at it. I will try. I'm not going to really try to walk you through too much. Just kind of start off at the beginning here. What I'm doing is just the skin, and I always like to start with that first. Sometimes I'll even start with the darker colors if I'm doing a darker color somewhere. And so basically what I'm going to do is just do a quick outline around the face, and this stamp is the Zachary stamp from one of the new stamp sets I just recently bought. So I started off with E30 around the outside, and now I'm going in with E53, and I'm just going right around the outside, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend that all back in again with the E30. So that's the E53, and now I'm just going to do is blend all of that together, and then we'll do a little R20 for the cheeks. And again, I think I mentioned this in my Simon Says Stamp haul video. I am running out of ink for my our E30 and 53, and my mother was so nice to let me borrow hers until I can get a refill. So thank you, Mom. Alright, and then R20 for a little bit on the cheeks. And I don't know if I mentioned I'm using some Nina Solar White cardstock. So I'm just going to blend this one more time. Oh. And I'm going to use YG91 for the eyes to kind of give it a hazel eyes, because that's kind of the color of my eyes. And then I'm going to take my white gel pen just to kind of make the center of my eyes pop, and plus I got a little bit of that color in the centers. Alright, so I'm going to start working on the hair now, and I have struggled with this. I have practiced this because hair is not one of my things that I can really do too well. So I kind of struggled with this one a little bit. So I am going to just lay down. I'm using R33, R25, and R29 for my hair color. And I'm just kind of laying down where I think the lightest, and this is my personal opinion, where I think the lightest part of the hair would be. And I am going to then start bringing in some of my darker colors, and just by kind of flicking the colors in. And again, like I said, I am not good at this at all. I just been playing a little bit and trying to see if I can figure out this whole hair coloring thing. So what I'm doing now is just doing the top part, and I'm going from the band around his head right, just kind of flicking that color up. And I've done this a couple of times, and like I said, I am struggling with this hair color. And for me, when I'm coloring, sometimes it helps for me to turn my image upside down and work from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up coloring up this image, and then I will kind of speed up the video for you so you don't have to. that is my image, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and die cut this. I have this little die from Mama Elephant, and it's this cute little frame, and I've used it a couple of times, and I love the little stitched edge on it, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down onto my cardstock, make sure it's centered, and just add a little bit of Post-it and die cut this on my Big Shot. And I'm also going to die cut this little Hello sentiment, which is from a Simon Says stamp die set. So I pulled out some pattern paper from this Darling Deer Studio Calico collection that I think this has been out for a little while. So I pulled out 2 different pattern papers, color coordinated my Copic coloring to go with this one piece in the background, and then die cut those using this Mama Elephant die set that I can never remember the name of, but I will definitely link all of the supplies down below if you guys want to check any of them out. So I'm doing a standard A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's a top fold card, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere these 2 pieces down onto here. But before I adhere them down, I want to actually wrap some trim around them, so I'm going to adhere this down temporarily. Then I'm going to take this Lawn Fawn trim. This is the cloudy color, and it's kind of a gray or a green. It depends on what color you have it against, and of course right now I have a knot in it. So there we go. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around a couple of times. I've been really enjoying wrapping my baker's twine all of a sudden. Seems like I just can't stop wrapping baker's twine around everything. And then we'll go ahead and tie this into a bow. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card front. I'm just going to pull out some foam tape to adhere that down. And then I'm going to take this and adhere this right to the front of my card. And I'm not quite happy with how this bow is tied, so I am just going to go ahead and fix that before I really commit to my Copic or my stamped image. Okay, so I need to retie that bow, but I'm going to go ahead and put down my image first, because I realized as I was tying it, I'm actually going to end up needing to move that bow because of where I'm putting the image. So we're going to go ahead and add some foam adhesive to the back of this, and then adhere that down onto our card. Then I'll tie my bow, and it'll be in the right place. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and add some 2-way glue to the back of my little Hello sentiment. And I like to grab my tweezers to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and, this is just one of those Zig 2-way pens that I picked up that I wanted to try for doing these type of images, because I always have the worst luck with anything that's a little bit bigger. This got a nice fine tip to it. So we'll see how it adheres. And you have to kind of go quick with putting this down, because when it dries, it's not a temporary adhesive anymore. It's a removable. Alright, and this is just going to go right down the bottom, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and add a glue dot underneath my little twine here, just to keep it in place, because it is kind of harder to work with the stiffer baker's twine, which is what the lawn's trimming is. So that's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, all the supplies are listed below in the YouTube description and over on my blog if you guys want to check that out. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.